Hey guys, welcome back to Caveman Mining. On today's episode, we are going to be taking the infamously known Amazon shoe rack slash mining frame and transplanting it onto the Kingwin 8 GPU frame, which is going to be a much sturdier setup. You know, the Amazon rack served its purpose. You know, we'll consider taking some of the mess on here and maybe putting it back on there. I'm not quite sure what the plan is, but get some assorted motherboards and cards, doing a couple different things. So all right guys, before we get into it, I actually have a package that I want to open today before we start building the mining frame. So let's go ahead and take a look here and let's see who this could be from. And I can already tell by the sticker on here who sent this. Would it be? Could it be? I think it is. This has got to be from Mr. Chump Change over from the MISFIT Mining community. Something's definitely in there, so let's crack this thing open. A little bit excited. Let's see what we got going on in here. Oh man, check it out. Got the infamous MISFIT Mining brand new color orange, the sick color orange with a sweet, like almost like a carbon fiber design. Like, dude, that is sick. GPU hangers. Wow, man. You really shouldn't have. Definitely hooked me up on this one. Got some more stuff in here. Damn, these things are quality and they pop. So I know I've seen in the other video that got the red colors, and this seems to be some type of new color. So sweet, man. And yeah, looks like we got some clips in here too. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much, CHUMPCHANGEXD. This is very, very nice of you. And got your complimentary stickers in here, which I'll peel those and definitely stick those on the garage or someplace around here. Very sweet, man. Thank you very much. So yeah, those of you who are watching this, definitely go check out Chump Change in the MISFIT Mining, folks. They are really killer with the 3D printing, okay? So they have these clips and they have the hangers and the new, I believe, the riser back plates for the backs of the risers, at the bottom of the risers, those sweet plates that they have those going on. So if you guys are interested in ordering these, I know they have them for sale, so I will leave a link to the MISFIT Mining Discord in the description below. So definitely, guys, check it out. I mean, this is quality stuff, and what I'm going to have to do is actually probably buy one of those wire racks. I know we're building the 8 GPU mining frame, but I have extra cards, and I think this calls for building a hanging mining rack. So definitely something that I was interested to do. So now I can do it with these. So awesome, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So we will get back to our scheduled program, guys. All right. So really starting to get a little bit of a mess. So hopefully this is the Kickstarter to get some organization off into the mining cave. So without further ado, we are going to start the build, and when you guys next see this, we're gonna snap our fingers and have the frame up and ready. And 1, 2. All right, guys, sorry about that. We had to jump around a little bit because our battery died on the GoPro. So just for the sake of not me losing time, I wanted to just get this thing going as best I could and as quick as I could. So now I'm gonna have a couple of cuts here, but we're going to now shut down the Amazon rig in HiveOS, and we're gonna go ahead and move all the cards and the motherboards over to the Kingwin frame. So we will see you in just a moment with some completion. Alright guys, so we have the rig removed from the workbench, and now we're gonna go ahead and piece by piece start taking the cards, unplugging everything, and getting it staged up on the new Kingwin frame. Just got some snipping to do of some zip ties and some screws, so we'll tend to that and we'll show you a little bit more progress as we go. Interesting find, guys, when I was taking the 3090 off, right by the VRAM on the back, there is like this oily substance on here, and I've read a little bit about that, so I'm concerned slightly. I'm not sure particularly what's going on, if these cards are emitting some type of oil when they get that hot. So before I put the rig, this card back on, this 3090, I'm going to clean it up a bit and take a little bit deeper look into that like oily substance to see what that is. But if you guys know what that is in the community, definitely drop a comment, let me know if that's something that should be like of concern. The card was working and hashing. Gets a little hot, but nothing out of the ordinary, so interesting. Okay guys, I got some of these GPUs off here. So I've got the RX 580 8GB Red Devil. I've got the Power Cooler 6800. I've got a 2060 RTX MSI Gaming Z. I've got the, I guess you would say, the Founders Edition AMD RX 6800. I actually like the feel of this card. Really feels real nice. Pretty new 3070 MSI twin Frozer, and I've got the 3090 MSI Gaming Trio, and I've got the two RTX Quadro 4000 cards there. So take a look at this. This is the Amazon shoe rack. We'll kind of shimmy around here, but yeah, I feel like this is like end of an era, because I mean, stacking up 8 cards on this thing, it really served its purpose. So thank you, Amazon shoe rack, but we're gonna find other plans for you, and we're gonna go with the big boy up there. So now we'll strip away the motherboards and get the risers off and figure out the PSU situation for the new frame. So we'll see you in just a bit. Okay, we're just putting in the motherboard standoff screws, get this thing mounted in here, and we're going to start outfitting this thing for graphics cards. Alright guys, because this Z490 Pro is limited to 6 cards, it does have slots for 2 spaces for M.2 drives, and these are M.2 PCIe adapters. We're going to go ahead and screw these on and get them installed to be 8 card expandable for this rig. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plug this last one up here, and so I was reading that you actually don't need the Molex connector to get these to work. So I'm curious at the end if that is true, or if we're going to have to plug in on those little headers inside to get power. But and of course the screwdriver that these things came with is non-magnetic, which drives me absolutely up a wall, but do what we got to do here. Okay, we're able to get a hold of that screw after like 30 tries. Okay, got those 2 M.2 adapters in, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, next on the menu we have our Delta 1400 watt server PSU and the Sweet ZSX breakout board. So we'll get all of that stuff plugged in and connected up in a little bit here. Alright, so we got the motherboard in, got the PSU go in here. We're going to conjoin this ATX into this server PSU. That way we can kind of share a little bit of the load until I get my hands on a second server PSU. So that's the plan. Then we'll get the cards lined up here. All right, guys, so we're a little ways still away from finishing, but we've got the 26800s on and the 3090. So note to self and folks that want to get this Kingwin frame, this 3090 does not make the official clearance of the rig. The fan does still spin. It is just like a tiny millimeter or two away from touching the fan, and it's starting to butt up against the frame. So super tight fit. I wouldn't recommend any card this length of the Gaming Trio 3090. I don't have the millimeters exact, but it's definitely over 300 millimeters. So yeah, definitely do your measurements and make sure that your cards will fit on the frame. Okay guys, we have all of the 8 cards up on the rig, and looking good so far. We're gonna get in there with the PCIe power cables and do some cable management, and we will say a prayer and turn it on. Alright guys, moment of truth. It looks like we have power. Get the power button on the floor here. Let's hit it. Okay, definitely got power going to everything. I heard the PSU spool up, but so the lights are coming on there a little bit. Definitely power going through, so we're gonna get the network hooked up and see if HiveOS loads. Alright guys, so we are back, and we still have only 7 of the 8 GPUs running. So I'm going to do a little bit of troubleshooting. What I'm going to do is try to isolate which of the 4000 series card is the culprit, and we'll unplug one and see which one it is, and then we'll kind of go from there. I guess next step would be putting in some new risers and cables and things of that nature. So yeah, let's see what the verdict is. Alright guys, good news. HiveOS is reporting the 5th GPU and the culprit. Bad riser. Seems to always happen when we're swapping things in and out. Just kind of weeds the bad ones out, okay? I think our job here is almost complete, guys. We are going to just clean this guy up, do some cable management, and we'll put it back up on the workbench once it's complete. Get it all nice and pretty up there, and yeah, go from there. All right, guys, cable management, I would give myself a B-, but I'm really tired, and I think I'm going to call it a night very shortly. So we're going to do the final test of turning this bad guy on. So let's go ahead and plug in the server PSU, get that going there, and I mounted the power button to the side here, so let's fire it up. Got lights every which way, all the fans going on, and we're going to watch that monitor in the back for Hive to boot up. And yeah, definitely take a look here. Not the greatest job I've ever done, but it will suffice. Step around the junk here just so I can show you the back of the rig. Yeah, so far so good. Things are spooling up here. I'm gonna get into Hive on the phone. I was booting up there and I see 4 GPUs, 3. Looks like we have a card still offline, so potentially back to the drawing board. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Let's see. And yeah, looking, and looks like it's the same card. It's being an issue, so we're gonna reboot again and see what we can do here. All right, we have 8 GPUs checking in, everything fired up. It was a loose USB on the riser. So yeah, guys, we are pretty much all done at this point. Cable management's done. I'm going to go ahead and snip the zip ties just to clean things up here. I'm going to clean up and we'll call it a night. But I want to thank you guys. This has been an extremely long, I would say, transplant from the old Amazon rig to the Kingwin frame. So I would call it a success. Everything's hashing beautifully, registering nice, and yeah, we're gonna give this a proper burial. No, probably not. We'll see if we can repurpose it for something else, or you know, even for a friend that might want to start out, something that I can offer. But yeah, definitely served its purpose, and I've got some extra parts to go with it too. But I'm gonna cut the video here, guys. I want to thank you all very, very much for joining me on this journey. I hope you all have a wonderful night, day, and we will see you next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment what you liked about this video. And yeah, we'll see you next time for some cool stuff.
Got enough of every melody, they all sound the same.